The first day pulling up to a United States penitentiary, or USP, is one of the scariest moments an inmate will face during his entire incarceration. For the last year, while you're fighting your case, all you've heard are horror stories. They stabbing people every week. The yards stay on lockdown. Y'all spend more time locked in your cell than outside of it. The rumors never stop. Then one day, all those stories become reality. The bus rolls up to a concrete fortress wrapped in 3 layers of razor wire. Gun towers stand over the compound with officers carrying rifles. You're handcuffed in front with a black box covering your cuffs, chained to the guy sitting next to you, the same dude you met 6 hours earlier on the prison bus getting off the plane. That'll shake anybody. Matter of fact, have you ever tried making a sandwich without the full use of your hands? Because with the black box on, your wrist can't move. The dude beside you has to hold your bread while you put your meat on it. Then y'all switch and you help him do the same. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Prisons, FBOP. You about to do a whole lot of shit you never imagined you'd have to do. Helping a grown-ass man make a sandwich is the least of it. But fuck the sandwich. As the bus approached the front gate, every officer's attitudes changed. They grabbed shotguns. Mirrors came out to search underneath the bus. Nobody smiled. This wasn't routine. This was United States Penitentiary at its best. Cartel members, mafia guys, gang leaders, Aryan Nation, some of the biggest names in organized crime had walked these yards. People with enough money and influence to make something like blowing up a prison bus seem very possible. 20 minutes later, the gate finally opened with a creak. The bus rolled forward. We had officially entered the Coleman Federal Correctional Complex in Coleman, Florida, about 30 minutes outside Tampa. A federal complex is multiple prisons on one property. Coleman had a camp, the lowest security level in the BOP. It had a low security FCI, a medium security FCI, and what made Coleman different from almost every other complex, it had 2 USPs, USP-1 and USP-2. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I was praying my name didn't get called for the USP. That's when I met my first homie from Memphis, Lil Yo from Ridgecrest. He looked over and saw the fear written all over my face. "This your first spot, Yellow?" "Hell yeah, man." He laughed. "Where you from?" "East Memphis." "Oh shit, you my homie then." He leaned closer. "You know where you designated?" I said, "Nah." He said, "Man, what kind of charge you got?" I got caught with a little bit under a brick of fin. He whistled. "Ooh, you were getting that money, huh?" Then he asked, "It's your first felony?" "Yeah." He nodded. "Man, your ass probably going to the low or the medium." "What you got?" I asked. "A 924C. The fuck is that?" "Gun and dope together. Mandatory 7 years." He shrugged. "I done did my 7 already. I just got 9 months left." Then he looked me dead in my eyes. "I ain't gonna lie, homie. The USP ain't for everybody. But if your paperwork's straight and you know how to move, you'll survive. Just make sure every step your best step. And remember, though nobody got your best interests at heart." I liked his energy. But secretly, I was hoping he got off that bus by himself, y'all. There were 71 inmates on our bus, mostly black and Hispanic, a few Native Americans, about 8 white boys. The bus passed over lower security prisons on the compound. It never slowed. It drove straight to USP-1, the active penitentiary. I didn't find out till later that USP-2 was a special yard for dropouts, former gang members and inmates whose paperwork was so bad they couldn't walk regular penitentiaries. When the bus door opened, a correctional officer climbed aboard. "I'm only gonna say this once. When I call your name, stand up, say your inmate number, and walk to me. I'm going in alphabetical order. Anderson, 74855-074. Come on. Badoza, 531-25008. One by one, they got off. The Hispanic dude standing in front of me was Fernandez. My last name is Gates. I held my breath. The officer stared at his paperwork for what felt like forever. Then finally, Gibson. Lil Yo stood up laughing. "Told your scary ass you wasn't coming over here with the big boys." He looked back at me smiling. Good luck, homie. Keep your head up. Relief doesn't even begin to describe what I felt. I had sweat running down my ass crack. After everyone was off, the officer looked back at his paperwork. He heard something on the radio and frowned. Then he spoke again. Gates! I froze. Gates! I jumped up. 760-77112. He nodded. You're our last one. They just made a switch. We got 4 white boys that can't walk this yard. They're going to the FCI instead. 4 beds just opened up. I guess it's your lucky day. Funny thing about faith, it loves a good joke. Because Lucky became my nickname in the feds. By the end of this story, I'll let y'all decide just how lucky I really was, or how